30th of August, and that means my Peachtober prompt list will be done, or at least released, in 2 days. I have not made the actual list yet. I'm going to be a bit more ambitious this year. I want it to be very illustrative. I'll show you. But first, I don't need to do this first, but I want to write out all the words so I can arrange them. It helps when I have them cut out and put on a table so I can quickly rearrange them rather than like writing them down like this and then moving them around. By the time you've seen this, the prompt list is already released. So I'm so sorry that it's not a sneak preview. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you want to design and build a beautiful website, you can do it all in one place with Squarespace. As per usual, my studio's a mess, but that's alright because you guys are still here again. Typewriter reveal. Whoa.
When I walk through your door, I feel just like myself. Like I don't need to be somebody else. And I get that feeling that you miss me. You know I missed you too, it's so nice to come.
So I've written all the words out that I wanted to include in the Peachtober 23 prompt list. Some of them I'm not feeling as much, and I'm realizing that they're similar to some of the others. So I've got a future list that I pulled these 31 from, which has about 160 words for brainstorming for future Peachtobers, because it actually is a bit difficult to keep coming up with new words. So I just want to get ahead of that. So I might pull some stuff from here instead of some of the other words, and I'll just put them aside, and if I need them, I'll use them. So here's my words. I'm going to cut these out and then lay them out in order. These are the definite words. So immediately I'm seeing words that I definitely want to put towards the end of the prompt list and ones that I want to include towards the start, and then some of them I don't know. Also don't want to repeat letters of the start of the word, so I want to mix those up, and also want to mix up like landscape words, animal words. Does this sound or look okay? Some of the words, if you think they don't belong, you have to tell me, because I've tried to spread out the different types of words and the sounds of the words and stuff. Cosmos, grub, sweet, axolotl, sprig, dream, citrus, garden, window, ladybug, plush, chomp, float, spoon, moss. I can change spoon for tea. These are just ones I've taken out, but I can include them. There's also axe, but if I'm going to trade axe, I'm changing it to slingshot because I'm not going to have two weapons. Maybe I change B for axolotl because I just feel like more inspiring ones at the start so that people feel encouraged and practiced, you know? I just think axolotl and pixel are similar somehow.
Tea and moss?
Grass and moss, I can't have both. I like spoon's better than tea. I can't have staff. I have to have staff or wand. Grass or moss. Like, staff has more meanings, but wand is nicer somehow. Like, I'm just running out of soft, sweet words. I should start with something easier too, probably. I think there shouldn't be too much man-made stuff together, so...
What are you thinking about pixel?
Pixel, I just thought it'd be cute, but I guess... I don't know. Maybe it doesn't belong. I have more words over there. Nothing's standing out. This is the hardest year yet. Every year is the hardest year. Here's pencil. Pencil might be cute instead of teeth. Shelter's nice, but it is kind of similar. Oh, actually, shelter is better than window.
There's also nest, which has got a similar vibe as
Nest
shelter.
is... I think I like nest. I could do ghost on Halloween. What about spooky? Is it spooky season? That's kind of cute. Spooky I like the most because I think it like people can create a spooky vibe and it's very open, which is nice. Okay, so here we go. Bee, cosmos, sweet, grub, sprig, eye, citrus, blue, crater, dream. Pencil, nest, garden, ship. I'm going to swap this. Pencil, nest, ship, garden, weather, blush, snooze, axolotl. Axolotl, is that weird? Axolotl is weird. What about pixel instead of axolotl? Spoon instead of pixel. Sidekick is cute. Bee, cosmos, sweet, grub, sprig, eye, citrus, blue, crater, dream, pencil, nest, ship. What about stump instead of nest? No. Nest, ship, garden, weather, sidekick, blush, snooze, candle, bulb, slingshot, tunnel, message, wand, coral, ladybug, pond, chomp, float, moss, spooky.
The one that stands out now for me is candle.
Candle's actually okay. I know it sounds weird, but it like the stuff you can draw for it is nice. All right, maybe this is right. Bee, cosmos, sweet, grub. I can always change it later, but this can be the basic. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I've added in randomly some words, so I don't know if that's a bad idea. I don't know if it's completely right, but I'm going to go forward as if it isn't. I can make some last minute changes via when I'm doing stuff on Procreate. I'm only going to do one color option this time, or maybe possibly two. The reason being is because I just think it's too much. Also, I'm struggling whether I should do a vertical version as well, but that's just going to be like kind of annoying. So we'll see. I'll design this one first and see how we go. Oh, colors. What colors did I use for my other thing? some of this, but I don't think that the colors are right, so I want to make a palette. You would have seen me making the prompt list. The prompt list has been out for like a week now. Everyone's stoked. I'm stoked because everyone's stoked. But I thought I would just go through the prompts, give you some little thought starters and like maybe define each prompt just in case. And also I wanted to maybe like give you some tips for Peachtober. I know I did this last year, but I want to do this every year just as like a refresher because Peachtober is a challenge. Making work every day is a challenge. If you need to make work before the month starts, that's fine. I don't mind. I just want it to be like a collective sharing event. Let's just get started. I wanted to go through the prompts, but while also going through my sketchbook. So my sketchbook is where I was like testing the prompts to see what I would do for the prompt list. Should I choose that word? And also like make sure that it was like one that was easy to create ideas out of, because I never want it to be like an abstract prompt list where it's like, great, making every day is already hard. Now I just have to also deal with like hard prompts. I never want it to be like that. I want it to be something that's like exciting to be a part of and stuff. Or at least I feel like I try and work hard for that. So let's have a look-ski, shall we? Have a little peek at this sketchbook. You would have seen this in some of my past videos and maybe Instagram photos as well. Let's look at the prompt list and what we have. If you guys don't know, the prompt list is already out. If you want to share it with your friends, or if you want to tag people that you think would want to be in Peachtober or do Peachtober, please do. Like, the more the merrier. I love what I did this year. It's so colorful. It might not be to everyone's taste, but like it's definitely to mine. So number one is bee. Obvious, always want like a few insects, a few animals, because it's very me and hopefully very you guys. Bee. Did I draw the thing in here? Originally I said swarm, but I just wanted it to be bee because I thought it was easier. Maybe I actually meant for it to be swarm, but I wrote bee down. Whoa. Oh well. Wait, did I actually do swarm as well? I would hate to notice that now. No, I didn't. Bee is like really easy, so I think you know what it is. But I think like it has some multiple meanings. Like you could do a spelling bee, you could do the insect, you could do bee related stuff like honey, hives, flowers, things like that. Yeah, I feel like that one's self-explanatory. I'm doing something, I've actually already done it, but I'm doing like a girl walking around with like a swarm of bees above her head, kind of like quietening, like buzzing thoughts is the idea. You'll see at the end of the month, did I achieve it? I did, because I did it already. I'm sorry, I really have to do it because I have a lot of responsibility in October and I really don't want to be working from the moment I wake up till the time I put my like eyes closed or whatever. 2 is cosmos. I think I saw that before. So cosmos is kind of like the universe, but also it's a flower. So I love dual prompts like that. And I think both of those things create really fun imagery. I'm very much about space imagery. I'm very much about like nature. And I think you guys are too, which is why I was excited to include it. I think I want to do like a little cloud of like universe holding someone or something like that for this, or trying to create a character that embodies like the universe or a starry night sky or something like that. I think that's fun. But honestly, the cosmos can be anything because everything exists within the cosmos. Let's look up the definition. Oh, could be like cosmopolitan, like that cocktail if you want. Not really for me. So there is a flower, cosmos definition. The universe seen as a well-ordered whole, a system of thought. So there is like an abstract thing. The universe is an abstract like noun, but I just feel like we can create like a persona for that. But anything in space, stars, things like that. I always try and include prompts like that. I'm just a one-trick pony, 3 is sweet. I saw someone mention that like it's probably the hardest one on the prompt list because there's so many things that it can be, and that's true. It is very broad, but you could literally do like a lolly or a piece of candy because that's a sweet. You could do something that is sweet. You could do someone being sweet, like smiling sweetly or doing like a sweet gesture for someone else. There's like an opportunity to introduce characters there as well as like physical small objects. So you can go as complex and as simple as you want. And that's like the beauty of the prompts. I did a TikTok that was like, I'm so talented. And I feel like that's how I feel right now because I'm like, there's so many things you can do. Let me have my moment. Let me have my month. And then it's my birthday month in November. So let me have my 2 months. Next is grub. So grub, I love. If I get a second cat, I want to call it grub, if it suits, of course. But I just drew like a little worm thing. I don't know. I don't know much about grub. Should we look it up? I just thought of a worm. Also, grub means food, so there's like an opportunity to do that. But let's see what it's defined as, shall we? The larvae? Would we say larva? The larva of an insect, especially a beetle. Food, informal. A popular bar serving excellent pub grub. Dig or poke about in soil. The damage done to pastures by badgers grubbing for worms. Interesting. Clumsy, unmethodical manner. I began grubbing about in the waste paper basket. I love it when it's a noun and a verb. That's my favorite. So yes, noun and verb. I planned it all along. This is what I want to do, Warren. Cute. It's just like, it took me 2 seconds, but it's basically exactly what I want to do. So I'm so excited. What's next? Sprig. Okay, this is controversial. When the list came out, I got lots and lots and lots of messages saying, did you mean to say spring? Is there a typo at number 5? And I was like, it's not. You think I'm going to have a typo, but honestly, like, thanks for pointing it out because if it was, I would be very upset and I would want to change it straight away. But you think I would allow a typo in the sacred prompt list? No. You think I haven't sent it to friends and checked it over many times and annoyed everyone around me by talking about peachtober for like the last 2 months? No. I did that. So sprig is like what it's meant to be. A lot of people thought it was meant to be spring because I get it. The prompt list is very springish this year. And some people said that too. But sprig is like a branch or a collection of twigs or something like that, I'm pretty sure. Let's look it up. Oh, and it also means offspring. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's like I've been like obsessing over it for like months and then I finally can tell people about it. Sprig is defined as a small stem bearing leaves or flowers taken from a plant. A sprig of holly. A descendant or younger member of a family or social class. Ooh, decorate. It also is a verb to decorate with small separately molded designs. I knew it. So I know people were doing some pottery stuff this year, so that would be easy. Next we have eye. So eye is not very like peachy, I feel. It's a bit scary, but I just think it's a good opportunity to do characters. You could also do something to do with like needles, like as in like textiles, because like needle and thread. Where is my eye sketch? There. I just wanted to do like a simple profile portrait, which I love, with like a focus on the eye, like stars in the eyes, very like Steven Universe-ish, because I love it. I think it's a good opportunity to do a character. It could be someone winking, so they're only showing one of their eyes. It could be like a spider with lots and lots of eyes. There's so much you can do. I always try and keep it broad, and eye is interesting. I feel like it's the most interesting prompt for a facial feature, because like nose, I don't want to do that. Ears, no thanks. But eye, yes, it's very versatile, I think. 7 is crater. So yet another space theme. Crater, you guys know what that is. It's just like, boop. It's like this. But when I looked it up on Google for the definition to get more ideas, because I always start there, like this is the best place to start in my opinion, is to Google the definition so you know exactly what all of the possibilities are. Crater was like a bowl shaped blah 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 blah, and I was like, ooh, crater as a bowl, and I decided that I wanted to do a space girl eating space cereal out of a space bowl. I mean, like a crater. It's here, and then maybe some like little aliens, but look how cute. Oh my God, I love. Let's see what the internet has to say about that. A large bowl-shaped cavity in the ground or on a celestial object, typically one caused by an explosion or the impact of a meteorite. A large hollow forming the mouth of a volcano. Oh, I could have done a volcano. Oh well. A cavity or hole in a surface. So there's like, oh, that's so broad. Using one rounded edge of a rolling pin, make craters all over the surface of the cake. A large bowl used in ancient Greece for mixing wine. And then there is a verb, form a crater in the ground or a planet. To crater. To drop or fall suddenly and disastrously collapse. There you go. What else could people do? So there's the volcano aspect, there's like a moon aspect, there's like a planet aspect, there's like a meteor falling to earth aspect. There is just like having a indent in a surface aspect. I feel like it's pretty broad. Every time I say that, I'm like, I feel like I'm a genius. I feel like that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I created yet another perfect word. Okay, next is dream. This one I wanted to do because I have had an idea. The privilege of making the prompt list is that I can have an idea for a painting. I can say, here's the word. And that's what I did with dream. So I want to do like a girl dreaming, but like the dreams are in her hair, like speech bubbles in her hair. I don't know. Don't at me. If you think about it too much, it's not going to make any sense. And we're not going to think about it too much because we have an entire 31 paintings to do. And that's the attitude you should have. Dream, you know what that could be. It could be like a dream of yours. It could be a character dreaming. It could be a character sleeping. Although be warned, we have snooze later on in the prompt list. Dream could be the chocolate bar. Dream could be daydreaming. I think that's the one that I'm going for, daydreaming. Her daydreams are going to be in her hair. Let's look up what the internet says. The internet, not the definition, the internet. A series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. A state of mind which someone is or seems to be unaware of their immediate surroundings. He had been walking around in a dream all day. A cherished aspiration, ambition, or ideal. I fulfilled a childhood dream when I became a champion. An unrealistic or self-deluding fantasy. Okay, we don't need these. That's sad. A person or thing perceived as wonderful or perfect. I think it would be a good time to like express like what are some of your dreams. Like kind of like create art that expresses maybe like is like a self-referential thing. Like what are your dreams? If your dreams are to be like you can be a good reader or something during someone reading, or like something that you have a goal for, like maybe you could paint that. That would be like an easy one to fall back on if you can't think of anything else. Next we have blue. I wanted to include some prompts here that could be color driven so that it doesn't matter what you draw, it just has to be like blue, or something like blue can be used as like an emotion, like sad. And that's not something I usually do for peachtober. I don't want peachtober to be sad, but blue is like a really romantic word, I feel, for feeling sad. And I do say it when I mean sad. I've got it here somewhere, and I think it like is a pretty sad doodle. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here. There it is. Blue. I wanted to do like a girl crying and filling up her own hair. Like her hair is like an empty space in the shape of a teardrop. So first I had the idea of this girl crying into her hair and filling like a crevice, because I used to do those bubble drawings a lot where it would be like water filling like a bubble. But then I also thought it'd be nice for it to be in the shape of a teardrop. So it's like a crying teardrop. And then eventually I want to add like a background. I think my challenge for this year is for all of my pieces to have backgrounds. But yeah, blue, let's look it up. Blue, a color intermediate between green and violet, as of the sky or sea on a sunny day, the clear blue sky. Informal, of a person or mood, melancholy, sad, or depressed, he's feeling blue. Blue, color or pigment, a small butterfly, the male of which is predominantly blue while the female is typically brown. What? Oh, it's like a blue butterfly? What? That's so weird. I don't understand that. Make or become blue. The light dims, bluing the retina. Wash white clothes with bluing. They blued the shirts and starched the uniforms. Oh, is that like a French uniform? That's interesting. Lots of options there. So you could do something like someone wearing blue clothes. You could do someone that's sad. You could do the entire painting be blue. You could do the ocean. You could do the sky. There are so many options. And I think maybe like sweet, it's a little bit difficult. But I think the first thing you think of, or the first few things, pick your favorite and just go with it. Don't spend ages like brainstorming because you have a lot to do this month. Next, we've got citrus. I actually didn't, that was like a last minute addition. I don't think I actually wrote it down. I think when I was typing out the prompt list and arranging it, which you saw, I just added it in afterwards because I just thought these words aren't right. And I like the idea of like something that encompasses a lot of different fruit, but isn't like one specific fruit. It could be like, you could use the palette of citrus fruits as inspiration because they're all like kind of on the warmer end of the spectrum, like a warm green to orangish red. I feel like it's a nice spectrum of color to use as your palette. Citrus could be, draw like a character that's like got a really sour face or something. You could do like a citrus stand, like a lemonade stand, which I already did the other year for like the apple aid. So let's look up the definition just to make sure we've got all of the ideas. So I don't have a drawing for that, but I might do like, if I have time, like someone selling like citrus fruits or something on a wagon. A tree of a genus that includes citron, lemon, lime, orange, and grapefruit. Native to Asia, citrus trees are cultivated in warm countries for their fruit. A fruit from a citrus tree. That's all there is. So there isn't a lot, but there's a lot of fruits within the citrus family. And like you could do all of the fruits, or you could do like maybe just lemons or just oranges. You could draw like a fruit tree, an orchard. You could do like, as I said, like a sour expression. You could do the product of these citrus fruits, or just the palette of the citrus fruits as inspiration. 11 is pencil. So pencil, that was a last minute addition too. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I might actually do, I did a sketch that includes a pencil, so I might actually do something like that. Maybe like a girl sitting down drawing I would really like to do. I want to include a lot of characters in this one, as I did last time, because I just enjoy drawing them now, which is so funny because like a few years ago, like would never draw them, would draw people. I would just draw animals and objects. But yeah, pencil could be anything. You could actually just do the drawing with pencil. You could do a drawing with pencil. You could create something that is an image of a pencil. You could write about a pencil. Because I know I don't want to be too like, when I say make art about or like draw or illustrate, that's because that's what I do. But if you guys are doing pottery or you're writing or doing poetry, like just try and like translate it to like writing instead of me saying drawing. But it's just because I'm thinking of what I would do. So pencil would be, let me consult the internet. 20 minutes of me reading from my phone. An instrument for writing or drawing consisting of a thin stick of graphite or a similar substance enclosed in a long thin piece of wood or fixed in a cylindrical case. A set of light rays, lines, etc. converging to or diverging narrowly from a single point. Verb, write, draw, or color with a pencil. So it's like, I'm gonna pencil that into my schedule. Or like, so it could be the verb, it could be the noun, it could be created with pencil. It could be like an optical illusion of something that is like meant to be something else, but it's a pencil, like a city made of pencils, like if that makes sense. Or I know like Andy J Pizza has his like pencil sword, like you know what I mean? It could be like an optical illusion with a pencil included or something. Or it could just simply be like a character using a pencil, or it could simply be a drawing of a pencil. This could be, I would choose a few prompts where you're going to plan to do very simple drawings. If your challenge is to complete the entire prompt list and you're really motivated to do that, choose a few of them that are just going to be like the simple drawings. And for me, it's going to be sweet. Maybe it will be pencil, but I already have a different idea that I want to do for pencil, so no. But it could be if I'm desperate later. Nest, 12. So this is a verb and a noun, obviously. So bird's nest is the first thing I think of. My dad used to say that my hair looks like a rat's nest when I didn't brush it, so it could be like someone with messy hair. It could be the act of nesting, so, you know, creating a home, or maybe a bird creating a nest even. It could be anything bird related, I feel, because like it's a birdhouse thing. Or a birdhouse. What could be used instead of a nest? Could there be like, what's a nest shaped thing that you can use for the bird, you know? So let's look up the definition, but I think it does have some stuff because it's a verb and a noun, that's why I chose it. A structure or place made or chosen by a bird for laying eggs and sheltering its young. Two sparrows frantically building a nest. A place filled with undesirable people, activities, or things. A nest of spies. Oh, interesting. A nest of egg-throwing children. Someone threw an egg at our building today, and I know it was the hoodlums. So the verb is use or build a nest. The owl often nests in barns. Fit, an object or objects inside a larger one. Oh yeah, nesting objects. Like it could be those dolls that like stack inside each other. That's cute. Or like those nesting tables, but like who would want to draw a table? I mean, no offense if you're a furniture designer. No offense, so I'm off the hook. Next we have ship. Ship, I just want to draw a ship. I'll show you my idea. And if I'm going to be crazy, it's going to have a big crazy background. There. I want to draw like a very exaggerated shape of a ship. So like stretch it up and like bend things and maybe have like a sleepy ship, like a mountain background and like sleeping fish. That's just what the plan that I have. Sleepy seaside ship. Sleepy seaside landscape. Anyway, let's look it up, shall we? Could be ship, like it could be a couple that you ship, me and Rocket. I'm just kidding. I ship us, but I'm not going to draw. Sorry, sweetheart. Ship definition. A large boat for transporting people or goods by sea. That's, I think, what I'm going to go with. Oh, a spaceship. I didn't even think of that. Wow. It's just embedded in me, isn't it, to have space? Space and cowboy vibes. Transport goods or people on a ship. So like the wounded soldiers were shipped home. Oh, it could be like shipping parcels. Like there could be so many things. Of a boat taking water over the side. Wait, what? I don't know what of a boat taking water over the side. What does that mean? Taking water. Whatever. We don't know what that means. Oh, a sunken ship. That'd be sick. Someone do a sunken ship, please. If you don't know what to do, do a sunken ship because that would be pretty. Maybe I should do a sunken ship. No. Next. Garden. That I feel like is very springish. Yeah, I feel like I can admit that this prompt list is quite springish. Maybe it's my vibe at the moment. Spring is also the best season because my birthday's in spring. And so is Rocket's actually. Wait, yep, both our birthdays are in spring. But spring chickens, no, I ain't no spring chicken no more. I'm a summer chicken now. Charcoal chicken. Garden. So I think it was a good opportunity, just like lots of greenery. You could have flowers, sticks, dirt, anything, like digging. You could do like hedges, someone's actual garden. You could do like a greenhouse or something like that. I want to do a girl with like garden hair because that's something that I used to do a lot when I was young. I really loved that imagery when I was young. Maybe I'm just trying to relive my youth. 15 is weather. That could be anything. That could be a storm, that could be sunshine, that could be clouds. Think of all like the weather types, like snow. Create a landscape with it, or create a cloud and just show weather. I love drawing clouds, and I always try and include a prompt that is like cloud related in the peachtober prompt list, and I feel like this is the one this year. Weather. To weather the storm. What else is there? I just want to do a cloud, okay? Weather definition. The state of the atmosphere at a particular place and time as regards to heat, cloudiness, dryness, sunshine, wind, rain, etc. Verb, wear away or change the appearance of or texture of something. Oh, to weather something. That's interesting. Like an old house would be interesting. Weatherboard home. You know how I learned that? In that A Girl Called Corpse book. There was like a weatherboard town or something. Cool. Got it? Draw a cloud. Come on, everyone, let's draw clouds. No, just draw weather. You could do sun, you could do rain, you could do hail, you could do snow, you could do the spiky thing, tornadoes if you want, monsoons, typhoons, cyclones. 16 is sidekick. This I thought was a good opportunity for like character creation, but like you don't have to do a person. You could do like 2 bugs or 2 animals. You could do a smaller version of one thing, and that's the sidekick. You could, if you are a sweet little millennial, you could do a sidekick phone. I never had one, to be honest. I think I might have been a bit young. Actually, I don't know if I was young, I just didn't have one, but I would love to have that nostalgia of like, it's like the phone that you flip up like this and you go, I wish I could have had that nostalgia, but alas, no, I can't. So yeah, sidekick. Let's look it up just in case. A person's assistant or close associate, especially one who has less authority than that person. Sherlock Holmes, bumbling sidekick Watson. Poor Watson. Yeah, I think that's the only definition. A close friend or follower who accompanies another on adventures. That's like, it doesn't have to be a person, but it does have to be, I think, characters. You could draw literally 2 rocks if you wanted to, but like sidekick. There's 2 of them. They have personalities. It doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have to be an animal. You can add a persona to like an inanimate object or personify an inanimate object, but they do have to have a personality, I think. I think it's implied. Unless you're doing the phone. Next is blush. This is like blue. Blush is like almost a mood or something that happens with an emotion. Like it's an accompaniment of an emotion, but it also is a color. Like you could do just an entirely pink or blush colored like artwork. I will be doing blushing. Maybe I'll do it in blush, who's to say? But I haven't decided that yet. Let me see what I've got sketched down. This. I want to do a girl like that has picked those flowers of like love me not, and she's blushing. That's what I want to do. She's like this. I'm very into this at the moment, what I'm drawing. Let's see what the internet says. You could draw makeup if you wanted, or you could draw the natural blush that it's imitating. Blush definition. Show shyness, embarrassment, or shame by becoming red in the face. So if you're focusing on characters, I think this is a fun one because it's like a more subtle emotion with like micro expressions and stuff like that. To be or become pink or pale red. That's great. A reddening of the face is a sign of shyness, embarrassment, or shame. Oh. A pink or pale red tint. So yeah, it's either the color or like what happens when you're a bit embarrassed or shy. Okay, we are past halfway point now. We've got snooze. I did sleepy last time, I'm pretty sure, but this time it's snooze. I want to draw someone snoozing on something. I love playing with scale, so I was thinking of drawing like a girl like snoozing on a flower or on a tree, treetops and stuff like that. But snooze could be like an alarm clock. You could be hitting the snooze button. I think mainly it is like snooze. It could be something that's really boring, like that makes you snooze. Think of things more abstractly if you want to, and what literal things come from it, you know? Snooze definition. Have a short, light sleep, especially during the day. The children play beach games while the adults snooze in the sun. Activate the snooze button on an alarm clock. A short, light sleep, especially during the day, and someone or something that is boring or tedious. Oh, you're such a snooze. Yeah, that's right. I think snooze is nice because and nap is nice too because it implies that it's like in the daytime or you're on holiday or you'll have time and room to rest, which instead of just sleep, because that's just like something we have to do every day. But this is like something that you have the like privilege of being able to do or assign time for, which is really nice. 19 is candle. I think that's obvious. I always love to include something with a flame. So I wonder if there's any other words. It could be a candlestick, a birthday candle. There could be a party. It could be like literally someone like with one of those candlesticks in the old days where they're wearing like a nightcap and like a night dress thing. What's that man's name? Geppetto. A cylinder or block of wax or tallow with a central wick, which is lit to produce light as it burns. The candle flickered in the cold night air. A unit of luminous intensity superseded by the candela of a poultry breeder. Test for freshness or fertility by holding it to the light. The egg was candled. Well, I feel like that's a bit niche. I don't know if anyone's going to do that. If you do that, you have a gold star. For you, but don't ask for anything else. Yeah, I feel like that one is a bit obvious and there's like not that many meanings for it, but there is like a lot of different candles you can do, and it can also conjure a lot of different like images and situations. 20 bulb. Why did I put bulb and candle together? That's so annoying. That is so annoying to me. Oh, I hate that. Oh well, it's just going to be there. I'm going to pretend that's only the flower bulb and it's not a real light bulb, so that's not two light sources next to each other. That's so irritating. Anyway, number 20 is bulb. Bulb I wanted to include because it could be like a light bulb, it could be an idea, it could be bulbous, something bulbous, bulbasaur. And then the bulb of a flower, which is like the bit under the earth that's like where the stuff comes out of. I'm gonna go with the flower route as per usual. You can do whatever you want. I think the idea route is very cute as well. Like super, if you're creating a portfolio for like children's illustrations or like kids lit stuff, I feel like idea might be like a good one to do. Next, we've got slingshot. This is a bit violent. And I wanted to do axe as well, but I couldn't put them both in. That's insane. But slingshot's fun. I love cowboy imagery, and I wanted to like create like a standoff with slingshots, I think is what I want to do. Like just like kids with slingshots in their back pocket standing off. But you could do whatever you want. You could do like the slingshot where it shoots like the rocks at the castle, or anything that's like pulling back and like propelling something through the air. Because it is like a verb, I think. They slingshot through the air, but it is obviously a noun as well. But let's see what else they have. There's also rides that are like the slingshot, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure those like rides that shoot people into the air and they like pretend that they're not going to go, but they do and like scare these people. I feel like that's a slingshot. A forked stick to which an elastic strap or a pair of elastic bands connected by a small sling is fastened to the two prongs typically used for shooting small stones at a catapult. The effect of the gravitational pull of a celestial object in accelerating and changing the course of another object or spacecraft. Oh, another star one, eh? That is so unintentional. Stars passing near a black hole might be ejected by a gravitational slingshot effect. Forcefully accelerate through the effect of gravity. The car would hit the first dip and then slingshot off the second rise. I'm doing a slingshot as in like that thing that's like this. You can do that too if you want. It's very Moonrise Kingdom-ish. Next, number 22, we're on the last 10 right now, is tunnel. Tunnel I thought was nice because it's like mysterious and it's kind of like, I don't know, you never know what's at the end or it's dark. Let's see what the definitions are. I wanted to do I even know what I want to do? That might have been a word that I just put in randomly. I think it was, so I haven't done a sketch for that one. An artificial underground passage, especially one built through a hill or under a building, road or river. So I feel like with this, immediately I think of like a tunnel created not by a person. I'm thinking like a tunnel created by a worm or like an ant or a rabbit or something like that. So I feel like there's a lot you can do there, but if you want to do a tunnel or like a mine, that's fine too. It could be like the act of doing it, so it doesn't have to be already done. It could be like in progress. Dig or force a passage underground or through something. Physics, to pass through a potential barrier, to tunnel through. An underground passage dug by a burrowing animal. That's what I had in mind when I wrote that prompt. Next, we've got message. How do you spell massage? Because now I'm like, does that say massage? A verbal, written or recorded communication sent to or left for a recipient who cannot be contacted directly. If I'm not there, leave a message on the answer phone. A message could be like a text. It could be an email. It could be a letter. It could be a note on the door. There's like a lot of things. It could just be like someone speaking to someone else. A significant political, social or moral point that is being conveyed by a film. Oh, like the moral of the story. Send a message to someone, especially by email, text, app, or other electronic means. That's all there is. How do you spell massage? Massage. Imagine I made that typo, that would be weird. Everyone's drawing massaging people. I'm like, I'm a letter. 24 is wand. I originally wanted to do staff because I liked how it could be like the staff of a company or like a wizard's staff. But I did wand because I just thought it was more cute, more the vibe, if you will. A long, thin stick or rod. So it could be something that is nothing to do with magic if you wanted. It could be like a pencil, really. Shouldn't have done pencil. Then I could have done a pencil for that. It could be a handheld electronic device which can be passed over a barcode to read the encoded data. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. A staff or rod held as a symbol of office, so the beetle rapped noisily with his wand. A conductor's baton. A small stick with a brush at one end used to apply mascara. Oh, that's cute. Another makeup one. A device emitting a laser beam used especially to create a pointer on a projected image. Okay, let's get some illustrations and art of some PowerPoints, everyone. Someone giving a PowerPoint. Each of a pair of handheld lights used by guiding taxi. Oh, yeah. I want to do a magic wand. I don't know what all these other definitions are. If you want to approach them, like, props to you, but I'm a simpleton. A rube, if you will. I'm just going to do a wand like a regular rube that I am. Next, we have coral. So coral, I wanted to do because, like, underwater scenes, that'll be cute. I have an idea here, but it's actually, I don't think I'm going to do this idea now that I've been thinking about it, but I want to do a puffer fish with coral just because I'm not going to do this because I wanted to do, like, as I said, full background. So I'll have to find it. If I want to do this, I want to find a way to make it like fully underwater background. Let's look up what they say online. Coral definition. A hard stony substance secreted by certain marine colinterate as an external skeleton, typically forming large reefs in warm seas. Just saying, coral is not that serious in this prompt list. It's just going to be a cute underwater scene. It doesn't have to be that. A sedentary colinterate of warm and tropical seas with a calcareous, horny or soft skeleton. Most corals are colonial, and many rely on the presence of green algae in their tissues to obtain light or to obtain energy from sunlight. The unfertilized roe of a lobster or scallop, which is used as food and becomes reddish when cooked. Yeah, I don't actually read the definitions when I'm making the prompt list, but I just know when it has multiple meanings, but that doesn't sound good. We're just drawing a coral reef, okay? It could be a fish tank if you want. Next, we've got ladybug, obvious. Let's see what they say online, but I just feel like, what could it be? Ladybirds and ladybugs are something that I drew like a lot of last Peachtober, so I think I just wanted to pay homage to that. There are certain insects that like appear a lot of my work. Caterpillars, now grubs will, ladybirds and snails, like they all appear in my work a lot. Sometimes ants, but not as frequently. And sometimes I do like drawing spiders after doing that thing for a Goku corpse, but ladybug, a small beetle with a domed back, typically red or yellow with black spots. I think we're gonna get a lot of ladybugs this year because I can't see it being something else. But you could do something with the pattern of a ladybug on it. Like you could draw a car with like, that's red with black dots or yellow with black dots. It doesn't have to be like the actual thing. You could do like the ladybug amongst a bunch of other bugs and stuff. I wonder what I'm doing. I think I might do something like this, where it's like a family or friend group that's like made of different bugs. So I can draw my favorite bugs. Next is pond. Need I say more? It's like a body of water that's cute and has frogs in it. Let's see what the verdict is on ponds. A small body of still water formed naturally or by artificial means, a garden pond. Hold back or dam up flowing water or another liquid to form a pond. Gets ponded up. In the crater. 2 prompts in 1. That's all there is. You don't have to do like an actual pond. You could just do like the implication of a pond. It could be like a water surface with a lily pad and a frog on it. You could do a pond side, or you could draw like a complete landscape with a pond in it. You could just draw something that's found in a pond, like lily pads, tadpoles, shrimp. What are those shrimp? They're yabbies. Or like a dam, I guess if you're in Australia. Ponds and dams is the same thing. A dam is a structure placed across a flowing body of water. Well, but no, but like a dam in Australia is a pond, I think. I don't think it's the same thing. In Australia, a pond is a dam. I'm just going to say that. If someone can correct me, but that they know what they're talking about, please do. 28 is chomp. I originally wanted to do bite, but my friend Kim suggested chomp, and I'm like, that's so much better. It's so much more like furrylittlepeach-ish. I want to do like an apple with a bite out of it. It's going to be one of my simple prompts. I feel like bite is a bit violent, unless you want to do a vampire, but chomp can still be a vampire, but I feel like it evokes more like playful imagery than bite. Bite feels a bit scary, but chomp feels a bit like, hee hee, that's funny. But again, it means bite, right? Let's see. Is it an onomatopoeia? Chomp? I don't know. Munch or chew noisily or vigorously. A chewing noise or action. So eating, I guess. 29 is float. I thought this was sweet. This one's a little bit more tough because it isn't a noun. It's not something directly, so like you can't fall back on that. But you could be like, there's a lot of things that float. Balloons. Someone in water. Can I think of anything else? What was I gonna do for float? Oh, another thing you could do is like a float in like a parade or whatever. I liked that. No, was this another word that I added in last minute? Because I don't think I have this. But you could also have someone floating in midair and stuff. There's like a lot of things you can do, but let's see what our old friend the internet has to say. Rest or move on or near the surface of a liquid without sinking. Move or hover slowly and lightly in a liquid or the air. A thing that is buoyant in water. A small vehicle or cart, especially one powered by electricity. Float. Oh yeah, that's like what I was talking about with like the float. I was like, what does that mean? Yeah, I feel like this is more like something that creates like a nice calm mood, because floating I feel like is slow, whereas like dropping is scary and falling is like not that, but it's like the peaceful version. So I hope you can do something. I think If worst case, you could just do like a little boat or like something floating on the water or something like that. 30 is moss. I was gonna do grass, but I thought it was too similar to like a lot of the other stuff. So moss is cute. I feel like moss is also Rocket's nephew's name, so it's cute to include it since he's new. He's a new baby. A small flowerless green plant that lacks true roots, growing in damp habitats and reproducing by means of spores released from stalked capsules. Do you know what's so weird? Moss is nice. Moss is sweet. Moss is lovely. Mold is like similar, but it's not sweet. It's not lovely. It's gross. Why? It feels like bad branding or something. It's like marketing. Pretty privilege or whatever. To cover with moss. A green color that like that of moss. Oh, like moss color. That's cute. So yeah. Oh, another one that can be a color or a thing. That's nice. But yeah, again, nature. Something with like moss on a log. I don't know. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. But those are the definitions. And last, on the 31st, which is Halloween, is spooky. I thought it would be a... Did I do spooky before? I don't know. This is another last minute one I added in, but I thought it was a cute one because like I loved doing that pitch for the spookier book. So I want to do something that's like a little bit spookier but still cute. You could always do a skeleton. You could always do a bat. You could do a vampire, like those kinds of things. Or it could just be a scene that is inherently creepy. Maybe the color's really dark or lots of purples, lots of blues, lots of neon greens or something. I think we should look it up like we have with every other one. Sinister or ghostly in a way that causes fear and unease. Easily frightened and nervous. That's not how I would never have thought of that. But yeah, you could do a ghost. There's lots of things you could do. That concludes going through the prompts. I do want to talk about like what you can do to prepare for October, just because I want, if you do want, like it's a big deal to like finish the challenge, but it can be really exhausting. So I think I mentioned this before, but things that I always do is I always like plan ahead. So in September, I will do like sketches for every single piece so that when I get to the day, all I have to do is paint the piece. I also will paint a few ahead because I want to give myself the opportunity to have days off if I need to take them, because we are people and we need that and it's healthy. I also film everything because I'm making reels every day. So I'm also editing the ones that I do beforehand. I'm editing those reels. I need to buy a scanner. You guys don't need to, this is my personal to-do list, but basically what you need to do is I would like assign a space for October and keep all your crap there so you don't have to clear it up every time. Make sure it's ordered in some way so that it's like in the way that you want to move around. Make sure you've got all your materials. Do you need to buy paper? So like materials, cleaning a workspace and assigning a workspace, ideas, prepping your ideas, and creating a few ahead of time just so that you have room to move in October. What else can you do? Maybe like buy yourself some snacks or something so that afterwards you have little treats. If you want to, you can post the prompt list to your page. There's a high-res download in my Instagram bio where you can download the actual list so you can repost it if you want to, or you can just put it at the end of your like entries. The funnest thing is when people you know also do it with you, which is how it feels to me every year. Is there anything else you can do to prepare? Did I show you that animation that person made, sweetheart? Someone made an animation of like what to do to prepare based on like my video from last year. Prepare yourself for Peachtober. Clean your space. Prepare the layout. Revisit a medium. Make a playlist. Oh, making a playlist would be so cute. 5, brainstorm. That I was like, wow, that makes me so happy. That's like, it's like having a child and then your child like does something by itself. Do you know what I mean? Like you created something and you didn't mean for it to happen, but someone made something even better than what you imagined. Like I would never think to make a reel about that. That's so cool. It's alive after like 5 years. Finally, it's alive. I don't know, just be easy on yourselves this month. If you can't finish it and you feel like crap, don't do it. You don't have to finish Peachtober. It's fun to be involved, so like be involved where you can, but like if you feel bad, like you don't have to complete it. It is such an achievement though. It does feel really good when you fully do it. And it is a good exercise in discipline, but if you can't do it, that's okay. Don't stress. You can always, if you really have to, set it aside and do it another day after October. I want to say a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video as per usual. Not only did they create an amazing piece of software, an online website building platform that I have used for the last several years. It works beautifully. It looks beautiful. It is smarter than me. They introduce things, I'm like, oh yeah, I could use that. But I'm never thinking I should get something like that. I like that everything's in one place. Like they have like the email newsletters in one place. You can have a blog, a website, a store in one place. Like you don't have to get little separate apps and little separate different things and pay 1 billion subscriptions to house it all in one place. Like you can just do it on Squarespace. But also thank you to Squarespace for like sponsoring my channel all these years, because it allows me to do stuff like Peachtober. Like Peachtober is a huge undertaking, and so like I'm able to do that because Squarespace sponsors my YouTube videos. So thank you, Squarespace. there's a lot of my peachtober pieces in my portfolio, and I'm excited to see, like, please let there be like lots of good pieces this year so that I can put it in my portfolio, because once you already have the images, you don't need to do anything else. Like, you just upload it to your portfolio and your portfolio is like instantly updated. That's a good thing about peachtober. I think a lot of people use it to like build out their portfolios or whatever. So that's great. And I do that too. It's very easy to use. If you have not tried it, after all these years of me telling you should try it, saying it's the best, if you didn't listen and suddenly you do want to listen because you're like, wait, it is the best, go to squarespace.com/furrylittlepeach and you get a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. It's like a little bonus. Like, you're gonna do it anyway. It's a bonus. It's for free. It's like a super special sale. That's it. That's the making of the prompt list, and then the prompt list discussion, and then some tips. Are you ready? I actually am doing really well. I feel like I've painted more ahead than I have ever. Yeah. I've got like 5 paintings.
Let's go get bubble tea now.
Yay! It's Saturday. We get to go home. Oh no, wait, we don't.
No, we're working.
Oh, that's all. Bye. Bubble tea time. Oh wait, can I say one more thing?
Cool.
This jumper is by Lee Ellickson and Sad Shrimps, and these socks are also by Lee Ellickson and Sad Shrimps. And I got compliments on my shoes today, but I'm like, is it the socks? Because the combination, they are like odd pairs. Does that make sense? Like, one is one way. You can't really see, it's on weirdly. But one side is red, one side is yellow. On this one side is yellow, one side is green. And they like fully match the jumper, which is why I'm like, I wear them together, because it's like as if I've got 2 separate pieces and I'm really smart. But no. Bye.